Hey guys, so I haven't made a video in a while. That's just like really me sitting down talking. So I want to make one. Um, I know it's a bit of an odd perspective, I imagine, being in this position. But I just want to do a quick setup, so it's just like some thing I just made up on the spot. But I don't know. Doesn't really matter too much to me personally. But hope you guys don't mind. But anyway, yesterday I had a realization while I was live streaming. Um, I was planning on doing an extremely long live stream. I was planning on doing upwards of 40 hours. Can't believe it, but then again, I also believe it because of just how stubborn I am. But anyway, right? So, like, it's weird. It's a weird thing. Not being in rehab. It's weird. It's been a minute. And like adjusting to life again is hard. It's hard being expecting to live like a normal life, normal-ish, well, as normal as I can make it, right? Sorry, my hair is being all sorts of ways, and I don't like it right now. I'm just gonna ignore my hair anyway. Hopefully, okay, whatever. Point is though, like, I don't know. There's been a lot on my mind, and I kind of wanted to discuss it with you all, just to let you guys know what's up and everything like that. So, with rehab, I learned about a lot of things, mostly about myself. I learned a lot. I've learned to be more honest with myself and honest with others, and to be me instead of just being a people pleaser. Just being what others want me to be. So like I decided on a couple of things. I'm gonna be gender fluid, and then I'm gonna be bisexual, and I still stand by that. Perfectly fine. Comfortable with both. I don't know. I say I'm comfortable, but like still, I'm still nervous. I'm anxious. I don't know if I made the right decision doing it. Like I second guess it. I do. I legitimately second guess it. Cause like I don't know. It's like things in the past. Like I thought I was straight, but now I think that I'm bisexual. You know, like I've slowly become more and more attracted to males. Like I still don't want anything to do with them sexually, but I could see myself being in a relationship. You know, and I still have this like attraction to some for sure. More personality based rather than physical, but still. Um, I don't know. It's been a lot. And then, as I said yesterday with the stream, though, I had a realization. One of my friends, they were texting me, and they were talking about how, like, what is it? They were going through a breakup, right? And they were talking about how people ghost them, and how they hate it whenever you're like waiting on an answer back from them. And I'm like, yeah, I get that. I get excited whenever I ask somebody a question. Like I do, I legitimately get excited whenever I ask somebody a question. While I'm waiting, I'm just like, I'm waiting for it. I'm like, I don't know. It's a weird thing with me. So like whenever I get ghosted from asking a question, I can get why it's worse than just being ghosted out of nowhere. Instead, you've been wondering about this thing and you never get it answered. Like it sucks. Um, but like, what is it though? I remember I'm like, well, I mean, it isn't like the worst breakup. I mean, like, I had a breakup where like a chick didn't like my dick, so they broke up with me. And then what is it? Um, and then I went to a bit of a darker side. I talked about how I'm a virgin and everything like that, and due to them being scared of my size and everything, it's made me scared of having sex. Like I have a deep fear of it. It's probably close to a phobia. I'm gonna be honest. Like I have avoided it a lot. Like I've had a lot of offers. I've had opportunities, and I decided not to because I was that afraid. Like I always tell people, like it was because like, oh, I didn't like them. They just weren't for me. But like I've had offers from people that I did like, and that I very well could have, and it would have been just a fun experience. But I didn't because I was afraid. Um, and some relationships I've had could have could have done a lot better if I wasn't so afraid and fearful of it. Um, but like I also realized that I put two and two together about something. I also have a very big fear of anything going near my rectum, which is my asshole. Um, or oh god, even getting. I don't want anything inside of it ever, ever, ever. It's a huge fear and is definitely a phobia. Like I do not like anything being up there other than the shit I am passing out of it. So, well, I was told while I was in a rehab because I had a personal therapist that due to me being a virgin and having an STD, like I was a virgin in almost every regard. Like I didn't kiss a girl. I kissed a girl back whenever I was like 6 years old. Like it was just this one person. Like I know she didn't have nothing. And even then, it probably would have just went out of me. But no, she didn't have nothing. The the sad part about it though is like my therapist told me that it's much more likely that I got sexually abused as a kid and I blacked it out of my memory. Well, put two and two together and kind of realized that there's a very good chance that I got sexually abused by a male, which is why I have a fear of things going inside of my rectum, and which is why I don't want anything to do with males and having sex in that regard. Um, and even though I do claim to be bisexual and I would like to be with a male at some point, but like I just could not see myself doing that at all. Ever. Ever. And like it genuinely scares me. I started like this was all happening while I was on a live stream, and like I was already 10 hours in, I was tired, and like this hits me. I'm like I don't know, I started getting memories and things that I wasn't thinking about for a while, and I never thought of about people that could have possibly done it. And it made me think a lot of thoughts I didn't want to think about. So I ended the stream. I just ended it very abruptly. Suddenly, I wasn't in the mood. If you guys don't know me, I cannot do a live stream without being in a decent mood. If I'm in a shit mood, I end it because like it's gonna make the stream shit. I want it to be a good time. I don't want it to be down and sad and everything like that. Like no, I want it to be a good time where people enjoy themselves. So I take that out of the streams. So with that though, like yeah, I realized that I I was sexually abused. I'm not sure by who. Not sure, but I was. I have a couple people in mind, but I'm not going to be saying who or anything until I'm 100% sure, and that may never come to light. One of the first things I thought was like, can I ever have sex? Like I felt powerless at that moment. I did. Like I became worried that it could happen again. And like I was thinking about trust, about other people, like who could have possibly done it. I was even questioning my own dad. I know my dad loved me. Sad state of the matter is though that it would have to be somebody pretty close to me. Because I never really hung out with people. I never stayed the night over at any strangers' places, not really over at like friends' houses. Like it would have had to been a very close family friend or somebody in my family. So it's hard to think about. And I really don't want to think about it. I don't. Another thing I thought of was suicide. I'll be honest. I thought about suicide. I wasn't thinking about committing it, but like I was just like, I've thought about it for all these years, and now this has come up. Like, what do I think now? What do I think now? And I don't know. I don't know. It's not like I'm afraid to say. I genuinely just don't know. I don't know if I want to be alive, if I want to be dead. My anxiety has been a lot higher lately. Not even just due to this, but just in general. It's been a lot harder for me to handle and control. I keep forgetting to take my fucking medication. I swear to God. I should at least take my pain meds, but I haven't been. I could just set myself up for a schedule, but I haven't. I missed my therapist appointment today, and I also missed appointments with my alcohol counselor for Navy side, because I self-referred myself to an alcohol treatment facility, and I had trouble with drinking, and I was drinking while I was suicidal, etc. So that's why. A lot's been on my mind, and it's just really, really hard if you don't want to do things anymore, especially right now. Right now, I don't want to do anything. I just want to sit in bed. I just want to lay down, not do anything. That's what I want to do, but I know I can't. No, I can't. Otherwise, I'll starve. Piss myself. I won't shower. I mean, I really haven't been eating though. I'll be honest. Like I eat like whatever fucks in my freezer, but I'm not gonna go out and get anything more to eat. I already ate what's there, and even then, what I ate isn't gonna cover me for the day. Honestly, it's just gonna get me by for right now, kind of thing. So I don't know. It's a lot. I don't. Mentally, I'm not good. I'm not. I'm not in a good mental state. The worst part is, I'm not sure if I want to get out of it. I talk about like all the time people deserve good, how they should, but it seems like time. Even though I preach about this stuff, I feel like I deserve it sometimes. Even now, even though I've been thinking about myself a lot better, that negative side has been slowly creeping in, and it's really hard for me not to think about it. I have a lot of positivity with friends, family. I have a good support system. I just don't use them. I completely distance myself, and I just don't want to use it. Like, I hate being alone. It's a fear of mine, but at the same time, I make myself lonely. And I isolate myself, like I'm doing now. Just sit in my room all day. Complain about being lonely. Whenever I could be talking to people and going out and doing things. I mean, I can't really go out and do things. I'm kind of stuck here. But anyway, like I could talk to people though. Instead, sit around. It's not more like I think like, oh, woe is me. It's more like, man, just shit sucks. Like, and it's not going to get better, so I might as well just accept it. You know, like, the only reason I talk about this kind of thing, you know, it's not like a plea for help or anything. It's more of just like a education. I don't want anybody else to go through this kind of thing, you know? It sucks. You guys are wondering what I'm looking at. I'm looking at this painting I made. I never shared it on YouTube, but let me go ahead and do that. It is titled Zest. Now, if you couldn't tell, it's an abstract painting. Very abstract. I'll be honest, I just started painting, and it just became its own thing. I didn't go into it with a clear picture. I just went as I went. And some mistakes, like this here, turned into like genuine parts of the art. Became this whole thing. With this though, I like to take it as like me. Like this is me. I'll talk about why. This here, you know, we'll start off the top. I like to think of this as like good, nice. It's good, nice things. It's purple, it's nice, it's cool, relaxing. You know, and that's what I started off with. I was going to have this whole thing be purple, but I ran out of purple. So I'm like, okay. So I go with that. It's this nice, cool purple. It's light, beautiful. And then I start putting little things of pink, yellow, little things of red, just to kind of give it some pizzazz, but everything just starts smudging. Everything just starts kind of just going into here. I'm like, okay, whatever. So we'll get some yellow, get in there and add some more spice to it, you know, as you can see with the yellow lines here. You know, I'm just putting that in there to just try to add some color, but it all just turns out ugly, and I'm just like, man, this looks bad. I'll be honest, but you know what? Let's just keep going with it, you know? So I'm like, you know what? Let's just do something different. Okay, we're going to take this red and we're going to put it down here. So I do that. I'm like, you know what? No. We're going to put a yellow box here. So I'll put a yellow box there. I'm not sure what to do with it, but I'm going to do that. I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to fill it with some cool colors. I'm going to put blue in it, and it'll just be blue, right? So make this all red on the outside here. And like as I'm like filling that in, I see this blue, and I'm running out of blue, and I'm like, I don't know what to do with this blue, so I'm just going to... I get more blue, and I just start tapping it all over, spreading it, right? And then I'm putting it in here, and I'm stroking it up, and I put zest in here because I had an art project while I was in rehab to use a characteristic of you and to draw it. And I use zest. Zest is being positive. You know, like having a positive outlook on things. So, what does this mean? What does this all mean? This is the good part. As you can see, it's a bit small. This over here is the not so great part. And these blue parts are scars. And it kind of looks a bit like a battlefield, like war-torn. It's all just gashes. Long-lasting. It's just scraped all over. It's everywhere. Scars are everywhere. It's red. It's raw. It's a lot. It's harsh. And all these strokes are harsh. It wasn't no easy. They weren't no little marks either. They're deep. And they run through even into the good parts. They go into even the safe space over here. My positivity. And as you can see here, some blue is coming up. It's starting to cover up the zest. And it even comes into the zest of it. And the zest is crudely put in there because it's just barely there. As you guys can see here, it's just kind of there, you know. Just crudely put in, you know, like some like a murder scene, you know. Somebody's trying to write out a message with their blood, you know, and they're like putting it as their last final message. That's what I kind of thought with this, you know. Like, you know, it's like their last final thing. That's my last final thing, to be positive for others. And slowly it's going away. And this is catching up more and more. The scars are going into the positive side of me. The red's getting in there. In what used to be a safe place, this yellow's receding. Scars are going into it. This red is slowly going into the purple here, which is why there's pink over here throughout, which is why it's dipping in up here as well. There's a lot to this. There's a lot. But, I mean, like, if I really wanted to, I could also go into this as well. Not just the scars, but also just the red could also be my past trauma. And, like, the negativity, and the negativity is going into my positivity. It's slowly leaking in here. As you can see, there's parts of red actually seeping in, as well as the blue. The scars going into the barrier, as well as going into this. So, that's what I keep looking at, by the way, as I'm describing all of this stuff. So, why am I making this video? Well, to inform you all, and also for myself. I wanted to talk about it, get this out, you know? I'm not really sure how. And I'm not sure who to tell, so I'm going to tell you guys. There's a lot of other things I could say about how I'm struggling to stay motivated. I'm struggling to live and to want to do things. Just things in general. Showering, eating, getting out of bed. Very normal, basic things. Doing hobbies. I don't know. I thought I was doing good for a while, and now it just feels like I'm just going back into the slump. I don't know. Just know that I'm still here. Just going through some stuff. Anyway, guys, I don't know. I'll try to update more whenever I can. But yeah, with that, that'll be it. Maybe another time I'm be a bit more positive. See ya.